Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of F1 2022 My Career Mode, and this should be a pretty good one. This is the Australian Grand Prix. I absolutely love this track. This is going to be a lot of fun. Before we start today, though, I would like to say if you guys are enjoying these videos, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and don't forget, guys, I do have a Discord. Feel free to join that. We will have the link for that in the description of the video. So with that being said, let's get in and do our pre-race managerial stuff that we need to do here. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need to do some activities here. So what do we have? We have 3-day, 4-day. We have 2 4 days. What is this? Attend F1 sports events. Raise our driver acclaim. This one here, vehicle PR filming. Dude, this gives us like $12,500 and gives our team 750 claim, but all the department morale is going to go down with that one. Aerodynamics equipment upgrade, resource points, we get 60, and that brings up the morale of them. Let's see our aerodynamics. Chassis, the chassis brings down the morale of everybody else, so I don't think I really want to do that. Boy, this is tough. This is a tough one. I think we're gonna go with this one, and we could do another 4-day. Uh, hmm. I think let's do this one here. And let's do this one here because this will raise his focus and his racecraft. So I think that'll be good. Now for R&D, it looks like we have aerodynamics. Let's see here. We have aerodynamics coming in Thursday, March the 31st. Then for the powertrain, we have a minor coming in Saturday, April 2nd. Then we have a major coming in Thursday, April 7th. So technically, the aerodynamics, the powertrain, and the one chassis there, if everything works out, we should get those for race day. The only thing we won't get is the weight reduction. That comes in Tuesday, April the 7th. So we do have some points to spend. Let's go in here and see. What do we have? Aerodynamics, powertrain, and chassis. So let's do some focusing on durability. Control electronics reliability testing. Let's take a look at what these are. That's a major. So we could do this one. Electrical system, energy store. What do we have here? Gearbox. I think this would probably be a good one to do to give us more reliability for the ICE, or the MGU-H. That's also another one that we kind of struggle with. So you know what? Did I have a discount? I have a discount on this one. So let's go with this one here. Rush. We can rush this for the 6th of April. So let's rush it and see what happens. There we go. So that gives us 356. So now we're not going to have probably too many resource points if any of these fail. Now, vehicle. We need to change out some of these components. The ICE is at 57%. So let's take that one. Of course, there's no penalty. We're not in a race. The MGU-K, it's at 32%. I think we'll go one more race with that. The MGU-H is at 54%, so we're going to take a new one of those. The energy store is at 27%. Turbocharger, let's take a new one of those. Control electronics is at 15%. The gearbox is at 34%. Man, I don't know, guys. Like, should I just fit this with all new components? No, you know what? We're not going to do. We're gonna leave it that way. That's how we're gonna do it. So yeah, we're good there. Let's go back to order. I think we did everything we had to do, so let's advance time and see how we did here. I'm hoping we got some. Okay. Ignition system.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Oh my god, did they all go through, guys? They did. They all went through, including the one that we rushed. That is fantastic. So now, as you can see, Great Scott Motorsport, on paper anyway, we are above Haas now, and we are under Alfa Romeo. Now, when this part comes in on the 12th, this is going to put us. What is this going to put us under Mercedes? I don't know. That doesn't seem right. But anyway, we did all that stuff. So now what we have to do is decide if we want to do the Pirelli hot lap. Choose average speed zone. I'm not going to do drift. I'm not going to drift. So, all right, guys, let's get at this. Let's do the Pirelli hot lap and see if we can't get the 1,000 points of acclaim and 100,000 cash. Oh, great. Wait, we're doing this in the rain? Okay, hold on here. Oh, this isn't good. Okay. First of all, let me try something different here. I kind of want to try it in the cockpit view, guys, so let's do that. Oh, boy. This isn't going to be good. Not in the wet. Ah! Oh, I knew this wasn't going to be good. Okay. If we don't get it, we don't get it. I'm not too upset about it. I hope the race isn't in the rain. God, I don't like wet races, that's for sure. You gotta take these so much slower than you would in the F1 car. It's just... Ooh. That's it? Oh, man. I was way under... Alright, we got one more chance at this. I don't know, man. This corner here is really tricky. But yeah, doing this in the wet sucks. Okay. Final attempt. No way. No way. Ah, that is just too difficult in the wet, man. Maybe I screwed myself over by going into the cockpit view. I don't even think we got bronze, man, did we? We didn't get anything off that. Alright, guys, so that sucks. We didn't get any edited acclaim or anything like that. Let's go into the practice and then we'll go into the quality. Of course, I'm not going to show you guys practice. I'll do that on my own. DSQ 86.75. Okay, so no, we actually did. We got we got silver. 83 miles is silver, so we got 500 acclaim. We got 50,000 cash. That's all right, man. I'll take that. It's at least something. All right, guys. So we just finished up our last practice. What are these even called? I don't even know. But so we had practice program. Duh. So the first one we did was race strategy. Average lap time was a 126.2. Tire wear factor 0.97 times. Expected fuel usage 1.76 kg. Average fuel burn 1.83 kg. Race fuel load 53 kilograms. So let's take a look here. This graph shows how lap time performance deviates from the expected target over several laps. So lap 1 and 2 wasn't so good. Then lap 3 was... No, actually... Okay, so the way this goes... Lap 1 to 2 was really good. Then I fell behind on lap 3. And then lap 4 and lap 5 I was pretty good. But we passed all that, so that's fine. So the qualifying pace was the next one that we had to do. Wait a minute. Did I not do this one? I thought I did this one already. Hold on. Yeah. We did the qualifying pace. We nailed that. So I guess there's no telemetry for that for some reason. Okay, so then ERS management was the one we just did now, and as you can see, we nailed that one. I mean, that was really easy to do. So if we go over into here, you can see race strategy. We got 5 out of 5. Qualifying pace, we got 5 out of 5. ERS management, we got 4 out of 5. Electrical system, beat the average speed, trap speed. Okay, so we didn't get that one, but we got all our points. That's kind of all I'm concerned about. So I say, well, let's get done with practice. Let's go on to the next step here, which is the one-shot qualifying. All right. All right, so we're not getting a very good start at all. So maybe I was wrong. We may have to restart this because this isn't going well at all. Okay, so did we come in P9? I'm sorry, I didn't. Yeah, we came in P9. Okay, so you know what? I'm actually okay with that. Man, I don't. You know, that wasn't my best lap. I would probably do a lot better if I went with the short qualifying instead of the one shot. But I just feel like the one shot is just, I don't know. I just feel it's more truthful. You know what I mean? Because
Qualifying finished. It's
you
time
don't
to
get time
remind
to
ourselves of
practice.
our top
But
three.
I don't know.
Leclerc, Verstappen,
Maybe next
and
time around,
Sergio
maybe we
Perez.
will do it differently.
Goodbye
Maybe
for
we'll
now,
do a
then.
short one.
We are really just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Okay, so Liam is like, he's not that far behind me, actually. He's not that far behind me, so I'm happy with that. So we came in 9th, he came in 14th. You know, maybe we'll get dual points this time around. That would be really sweet. So yeah, I'm really happy with that qualifying. I'm happy with the practice. You know, Australian Grand Prix is my absolute favorite track. So let's get into the race, guys.
Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne for what will no doubt be an intense day of racing. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Russell, Carlos Sainz, and Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Martin, and Daniel Ricciardo, Bottas, Ocon, Kevin Magnussen, and Liam Lawson, Gasly, Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, and Alex Albon, Vettel, Stroll, Joe, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
All right, guys, we're going to go with the one-stop strategy. We're going to start with the mediums and go on the hards. I'd like to see if I can possibly stretch the mediums to lap 15 instead, but we'll have to see what it's like. So let's get down to the formation lap.
Here we go then. The formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. They're almost ready to take the start of the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final preparations.
All right, guys, here we are back at the Australian Grand Prix. There's 5 red lights. And away we go. I wonder why it takes so long sometimes. So we got a pretty decent start, I would say. We're going to go around the first corner here. No incidents. We took that a little wide and we gained absolutely nothing. That's a shame. Usually you gain at least a couple places on the first corner, but I don't normally like taking it outside like that. Normally I'd rather take it on the inside, but it just wasn't possible. So we do manage to get past Lando Norris, but he comes right back at us and he kind of slams into our wheel there, but no harm, no foul, no damage done. We will continue on our race. Now up into P8. So guys, I should say that I did have more replay footage in the beginning here. There was some pretty good stuff going on between Russell and Sainz, but unfortunately I keep forgetting that these damn PS5 controllers, they have a built-in mic, and if you don't mute the mic, it picks up all the room noise when you record, and I record over the race, so yeah, that was all ruined. But the good news is I did shut the mic off, I did mute it, and we did get some footage. Well, actually we got quite a bit of replay footage for the rest of the race. But back to the race here, we are catching up to Alonso and basically the whole front of the field. That's everybody who's in front of us. It's packed up pretty tightly still, as you can see on the mini map. Yeah, it's a really tight race, man. Not too bad at all. So we are still up into P8 and we have to try our damnedest to catch up here, which I don't think is going to be too difficult. It looks like everybody is probably going to end up holding everybody up anyway, so yeah, we will be able to get it. As you can see, nobody is really spurting out yet, so yeah, that makes for a pretty exciting race. Now remember, we got all of our upgrades came in. So technically, we should be, I think, even with Alpine and McLaren, I want to say. We're above Haas, but we're definitely not above McLaren and Alpine. I think we're pretty even with them. And as I say that, we have Norris right behind us and Ricardo directly behind him. Here we go. This corner here is always a good corner to make up some time, I feel, on this track. It's one of my favorite parts of the track, actually. We do not have DRS yet. DRS does not come until the third lap, so now we have it. And go a little wide there. We don't go in the grass, so that's good, but we are out of DRS range. Unfortunately, Lando is within DRS range, so he's coming for us, man. He's coming for us hard. And Charles Leclerc's out of the session. He has a blown engine, so
Green flag.
life imitates art, or art imitates life. I don't know which, but yeah. So it looks like he's having bad luck in our playthrough as well as in real life. Shame for Charles Leclerc. And last time, Lando Norris actually, he left the race due to an engine failure. So, man, it's something that's going around, I guess. But we can't worry about that. But that does put us up into P7. So there's another point for us if we can keep it, and hopefully we can score even more points because we are catching up to Alonso and Hamilton and George Russell and Sainz even. They're right ahead of us. They're not that far at all. So we are getting ever so closer to Alonso. I can feel it that we are close to overtaking him. We're not quite within DRS range, but we must have been just out to not get that. That's unfortunate. And oh, we go so wide again on that corner. We did touch grass that time. We do have DRS this time though. But unfortunately again, so does Lando Norris, and he is even closer this time than he was last time. He is gaining on us in a quickness. We gotta try to make sure we fend off the McLarens. We don't want any trouble from those boys. But we really need to figure out how to catch up to Alonso and possibly overtake him. Fernando Alonso, the man that is causing quite the stir in F1 these days. I guess there's excitement on and off the track when you're an F1 fan. If you know, you know, I guess. But yeah, we're going into this part of the track. This is one of my favorite parts of the track as well. That little S there is just so fun to get around. And hit the brakes hard on this one. Try to catch up to him. Ooh. Almost lost control a little bit there. We managed to regain. Did lose a lot of time, thankfully. Around there, we are gaining on him. We're getting ever so closer. Okay, we have DRS this time on the start-stop straight. But what's going on in front of us is Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, and George Russell having one hell of a battle. We did manage to get past Fernando Alonso, and Lando Norris, he actually went past him as well. So Fernando is kind of in a McLaren sandwich right now, if you will. But the excitement is with these three. These three are really going for it, and luckily we are just behind these guys. I mean, we're just behind them. We are seeing everything from the best seat in the house, and as you can see, Lewis Hamilton lost it just a little bit there. Looks like he went into the wall. I think he saved himself at the last moment, but boy, it really does look like he touched the wall there. He does seem to be driving a bit conservatively, I would say. But then again, none of them really seem to be going hard at it to try to get any real moves going on here. So we move up to George Russell's point of view. And he is right on Carlos Sainz. He is going to get DRS. and he is catching up to the Ferrari. He kind of goes over to make a move, but then he backs out of it. I feel like he could have broke a lot later into that corner, but I guess he didn't feel comfortable enough to do so. So he is gaining on Sainz a little bit here. Lewis Hamilton, he's staying comfortably behind. My guess is he's just watching, and this is where I am. Now, when I'm watching all this, apparently I'm not paying attention to what's going on, because first of all I go wide and I get into the gravel there, and I have Lando Norris, I think, right behind me, like dangerously behind me. We go into here again. This corner we screw up. We get into the grass, and oh no, we spin out. I think we hit the curb. I don't know. The rear end just went right out, and not much I could do, guys. I have to let everybody get past me to rejoin safely. Ooh, really close with the Lance Stroll there. Really close. Now we're into P20. Ah, this is heartbreaking. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. We could have had a really good race if that didn't happen, but unfortunately, these things do happen. Now we need to just concentrate and see what the hell we can make of the rest of this race. We got to get past all of these guys. All right, so here's his lap 10. We managed to make up a couple places, and not many. We were in the P17. But you know what? We can't let that spin out discourage us. We have to just keep racing and just hope something good will happen. As far as I know, nobody's taken a pit stop yet. Obviously, it is too early, but you have the people that were, if they started on softs. I don't know if anybody started on softs. That's the thing. It doesn't seem like a lot of people start on softs. They don't usually go with the second strategy, but we are fighting with Albon here, and we are going to overtake him on that straight, which is pretty good because, like I said, that section, usually the AI is just all over it, but we did manage to overtake Albon cleanly in that section. So now we're up into P16, and we have Ricciardo, Tsunoda, and Lance Stroll in front of us. Who would have thought Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda would be battling it out here, but that's what we have. And I cannot do what I did last time. I can't pay too much attention to what's going on in front of me other than what Ricciardo's doing, because we don't want to spin out again. If we spin out again, man, that'll be it for our race. We will definitely be coming in last, so we need to be careful and we need to do our best. I will say the car felt not great. I was on kinds of pins and needles the whole race, and then when that happened, you know, after that happened, yeah, I was even more gun shy with taking some of these corners. But you can't let that stop you, and you have to race your race. You can't really slow down. So we're not going to slow down. We're going to keep at it. And again, you know, I just have all these battles unfolding in front of me, and basically I'm just going to hold back and see what they do. Hopefully they'll slow each other up enough where I can make a move on them. And again, going into this this S turn, it's so nice, and we did that pretty well. We did manage to get DRS, but we are stuck in the DRS train here because Ricciardo has DRS, Tsunoda has DRS, so, and it looks like Tsunoda is trying to make a move on Lance Stroll, and did he come out? Yes, he did. Managed to overtake Stroll, so now Yuki Tsunoda is in P13, so now we are fighting Ricciardo and Stroll, and then this happened, guys. Oh, that is ugly. So sorry So sorry, Daniel Ricciardo, man. So sorry for that. Did not mean to bump into him like that. And honestly, guys, the replay made that look like I took that way faster than I did. Again, not the most graceful of overtakes, but the stewards didn't mind, or they were napping, so we're going to take it. And now we are up into P14. And again, we have Yuki Tsunoda right in front of us. So as you know, guys, if you watched my last video, Yuki Tsunoda, Joe Guan Yu, Pierre Gasly, and Esteban Ocon, their AI seems to be quite aggressive, I feel, in this game. So sometimes, you know, I don't know if I really want these guys behind me or not, because it seems like those guys are really prone to just trying to spin you out, or just going at the corners really aggressively. But we are gaining on Yuki Tsunoda, so that is that's a good thing, man. We need to move up more places here. We're up at the P14, so we're not doing bad. But man, it's a far cry from P7 and possibly P6 if we could have gotten it, which I think we could have. I definitely think we could have.
So push now, push.
All right, so it's P13, and we're taking our pit stop. Now, originally, I was going to try to keep these tires till lap 15. I decided not to. I decided to pit at lap 13. I don't know if this was the best idea. Thinking about it, I kind of thought Yuki Tsunoda was going to pit as well, but he didn't. He kept going. I don't know. I probably should have went with my gut instinct, but it is what it is. And now we're back in P18 again. So for some reason, man, this Australian Grand Prix is just not going my way. Kevin Magnussen just passed us fast. He's on more dialed in hard tires than we are. We just got out of the pit stop, so our hards are still fairly cold. It's going to take a couple corners to get some heat in these tires, unfortunately, but on paper anyway, we should be better than Haas. It doesn't necessarily mean the driver is better than the Haas drivers, though. Without a skilled driver, you know, that car's performance doesn't really mean too much, does it? So our teammate, he's in the pits, and he's actually having a pretty good race, I gotta say. Before he took his pit stop, he was like P8, so he was right up there with us. See, this is what I mean. I feel like if I would have waited until lap 15, that may have benefited us, but then again, maybe not. There's no real way to tell. Not going to dwell on that, because we have Kevin Magnussen in front of us, and we need to make some things happen here. So there are some people in the pits right now, I believe. Yes, so we are up into P16 now. And the we're getting passed by everybody at the moment. But we closed the door on Lance Stroll. We're not going to let him take our position. Not at all. Definitely not Lance Stroll. I'm sorry, buddy, but that's not happening. So we are still up in P16. We have both Haas cars directly in front of us. We go on to move on Kevin Magnussen, and we managed to overtake him.
Brilliant, nice move.
And now it's just us and Mick Schumacher. And again, like I said, on paper the car should be faster than Haas, but the skill of the driver has to be accounted for, guys. You have to remember that. But this is probably the most exciting race I've had so far on here. We have had some pretty good battles so far today. This is definitely my favorite part of the track to gain on him. We got a little too close to him. We don't want to run into him. We don't want to do that. We don't want to cause an accident. Okay, so we have DRS. And we are going to make our move, and we overtake Mick Schumacher and go up into P14. That was a lot prettier than any of the moves that we did in the past around that corner. Alright guys, so nothing really happened between laps 16 and 19, but now we find ourselves behind our old friend Yuki Tsunoda. Yes, we are back behind Yuki Tsunoda again. I have no idea when he took his pit stop, but apparently it worked for him, and so this kind of solidifies my belief that we should have probably took our pit stop later than we did. It may have benefited us more, but then again, I mean, here we are, caught right up to Yuki again, so let's see what we can do. Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie, for like 3.5 laps, we just played cat and mouse with Yuki Tsunoda. I would get, you know, within about where we are now, about 4 or 5 tenths of him, and then he would pull away, and then I would gain on him and he would pull away. But this time is different. He has always pulled away from me a lot in this sector, and he's not doing that now. We went for that move, and man, trying to overtake on the inside of that just was not a good idea at all. So we couldn't get that to stick. Yeah, I'm being cautious, guys. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to spin out again. I definitely don't want to crash into Tsunoda. But this is a good spot where if we're going to overtake him, this will be the best spot. But again, he's pulling away from, I mean, we're catching up to him, but just not as quick as we need to. So we are going to get DRS again. But again, it just doesn't seem like the DRS is doing a lot for us. So I'm trying to take these corners as smoothly as possible without disrupting the car too much. Alright, here we come to that sector again. Okay, I feel like again, we're doing pretty well. We're gaining on them, so that's good. Alright, here we are again. We are gaining on them. Alright, that's and you know, why not just try the same boneheaded move that you did last time? You know, why not? I mean, geez, that's just not smart. But up into this corner, we do manage to outbrake Yuki Tsunoda, and oh boy, that was a close call. That was a close call, guys. We were right wheel to wheel. It was clean the whole. There was no contact made, and now we are up into P13, and our teammate is in P12. Very interesting. All right, Sergio Perez took the checkered flag. Carlos Sainz has the fastest lap. And we are going to have to settle for P13, I think, because this is the last lap. And my teammate, he is 8 seconds ahead of me. There's no way I'm going to catch up to him, unfortunately. So yeah, that's where we're at. Not too bad. You know what? I'm going to say this. I feel like it was a good race. We did a pretty good job. I mean, we spun out, we screwed up. We ended up all the way back in P20, P21 for like a split second there, and we still managed to come all the way back and get a P13. I would have absolutely loved to get into the points, but you know, it is what it is, and we did the absolute best we could do.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
A great race then, and a fantastic victory here at Albert Park. Natalie Pinkham. How do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we could talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those that we've witnessed today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They've performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
That was an absolute fun race, guys. I can't lie. Made some mistakes, but you know what? I'm feeling pretty good where we ended up. So it looks like Sergio Perez came in first, Max Verstappen second, Carlos Sainz came in P3, and I gotta say, man, Liam Lawson, he didn't do too bad. At one point, he was in P7 or 8, I believe. Then he took his pit stop and ended up in P12. So neither one of us were up in the points today, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results from Liam, and you know, again, guys, I could have used a flashback and avoided that, but for the sake of realism, I mean, things like that happen. It didn't completely ruin my race, and it was fun to try to climb back up as far as I could. So let's advance and see where we're at. All right, so Liam, he is up to level 7 now with me. We are up to 11 in Team Acclaim. I think at level 15, we could actually get another sponsor. So we got our bonus for qualify in P15 or better. That's awesome. 10K damages for me. That's my bad. He didn't get any, so $90,000 total for that. Up to 2.46 million. Not too bad. Not too bad at all, especially we're only in the third race. So we have some stuff that we have to do, guys, but I feel like this video probably went on a little longer than videos in the past because, man, a lot of stuff was happening in this race, right? So I think we're going to save this for next time. The next race is going to be Imola, I believe. Yeah, Imola is going to be the next race. I can't wait for that. That's another race that I haven't done before. Let's see here, activities. How long till that? Okay, and we have to do R&D. We have to get that all done. But yeah, guys, we'll save that for the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I appreciate it. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time.